Welcome Gemini, it's your in-depth weekly forecast for week commencing the 8th of April for the Ascendant, the Sun or the Moon. On the screen now I'm showing the event chart at midnight on Monday. This will provide a backdrop for the whole week. You can see that Mercury, your ruler, continues to be in retrograde, as it will be through to the 25th, but it is forging a terrific link to the part of fortune in your 7th house. So it could be you're going to connect to someone, Mercury in the 11th house, who could prove to be very lucky for you this week, despite the retrograde. There's also a lot of other influences in your 11th house, including Venus. Venus continues its alliance with Pluto. It's possible that you are building up an awareness to someone or a group of people or even a belief which has proven to be quite profound for you. When Pluto and Venus are connecting positively, we certainly want to feel things in a very, very deep way. So that's encouraging as well. But later on Monday, we have a total solar eclipse which sees the sun move forwards along with the moon, and they're both going to connect in an exact conjunction with Chiron, the so-called wounded healer. And this third successive supermoon, where the moon appears physically larger because it's closer to us, is going to give you an opportunity over the next 6 months to be very dynamic around your connections. Now, you are someone who can get along with lots of different types of people, but 11th house energy suggests you're going to be refining the people you want to spend time with. You want to be with people who really share your ideals or are great fun to be with. But Chiron can be where we feel a wound, but it can also be where we shine. Now, in the sign of Aries, it's very much about identity. In the 11th house, if there are some people in your friendship circle that don't quite align with you, those people could make way. New people could be coming in. It may even be around your professional situation that a big shift is set to occur, and that can happen this week. And it's not because of the total solar eclipse, it's because the ruler of the sign of Aries, Mars, you can see right at the top of your chart in the 10th house, very close to Saturn. These are known as the greater and lesser malefics. They come into an exact conjunction on Wednesday, and that's going to be a time when your authority, which has been boosted by Mars since March the 23rd, when it moved into Pisces, could be tested. And maybe it is to do with someone taking your goodwill, your friendliness for granted, and you may feel that you're going to have to respond in a very assertive way. And if that's what's required, then that's what you will do. On Thursday, we have a cazimi with your ruler Mercury. Now, this is known as an inferior conjunction because the reversing Mercury as this side of the sun. When Mercury is direct, it's the other side of the sun. But the sun amplifies the power of Mercury. So the radiation of the sun's essence on Mercury is very strong. So if you do rethink something, or somebody does disappoint you a little bit, and you do decide to move towards new people or a new direction, this could be quite fluid. But by the end of the week, Mars actually moves forwards and starts to link up. Not exactly, but gets into a stronger relationship with Jupiter. That's going to become exact on the 19th. So all you're doing professionally, perhaps sometimes behind the scenes, perhaps there's been a lot of knowledge and information you've been downloading over the last 5 or 6 years with Uranus in your 12th house. Maybe at times it's been quite hard in terms of your nervous system. May have been churned up. It may have been more difficult to sleep. Your adrenals just turned up to max at times, but it will all start to make sense by the 21st of April when Jupiter and Uranus meet for the first time in 14 years, but Mars is still there. So you've got a mixture of your passion, determination and confidence, Mars, with the energy of Jupiter and Uranus, the knowledge, perhaps spiritual knowledge and insights you've gained over the last 5 or 6 years will really start to crest in a way which can be truly meaningful for you. So this is a week when friendships, connections to others, your long-term future, your social circle, very much under the astral microscope. There can be a stroke of luck, but also you may meet some opposition, particularly professionally, or it may be outside of work, where you just encounter someone who has a kind of might is right attitude, which really aggravates you, and you decide to push back. So there could be a battle of wills at the heart of this week, but your ruler, in its combination with the sun in the Cazimi, can give you the quick wits and the flex, which is an innate part of you, but maximize those despite the retrograde in order to come out of this situation in a way which is right for you. But it may mean flexing again. This may see you reorientate your future direction in a bit of a different way, but it will be a way that ultimately is better for you in the long term. It's been a real pleasure being with you, Gemini. Have a great week. And I'd be grateful if you would like, comment, share, or subscribe.